Thank you very much.
Prince, you're talking about cassava as a game changer.
Exactly.
What have you find so unique about cassava? You think that it can help enhance food security and even generate more income for farmers across the country?
That's good, because cassava is not new. So you'll be wondering, what is so new about cassava? This is what our forefathers were producing a long time ago. Yes, we, the professionals, and then even the researchers, we have realized that there is a very easy way by which we can help reduce poverty. Because UL is saying that by 2030, the extreme poverty should be zero. And if you are talking about poverty, as they are talking about, like $1.9 a day, if you are not able to live on $1.9 a day, it means you are poor. If you bring it into Ghana cedis, just about 11 to 12 cedis a day. But we should not make any mistake and think that this is those whom everybody getting it. No, there are so many people in Ghana and even Africa who are not getting that. Because even if you take it a month, it's about 300, 350, and many people don't even earn that. Now, we have realized, we researchers and then lecturers have come together to form what we call the African Center for Poverty Alleviation Strategy, ACPAS. And we are saying that we have researched and we can do more using cassava to reduce poverty simply. Why are we choosing cassava and not any other crop? Because cassava is one of the few crops in Ghana that can withstand drought. And it can even withstand poor soil. One of the few, you know. And this is the crop that our forefathers have been producing for long. Now, when we look at the country, it is also one of the crops that almost every part of the country, like Ghana, can produce. If you take Africa, about 40 countries can produce cassava and even more. All right. So then, if you are to reduce poverty, and poverty has been described as a rural phenomenon, and research shows that over 78% of the poor people are in the rural areas. So, if many of them are basically into cassava and other crops, then cassava should be the game changer. Now, why are we saying that? Is cassava important? Is it something which is useful to the world? And it is, no doubt it is true. Research, go everywhere, you know that there's no part of cassava which is thrown out.
There's no part of cassava
there's no part of it which is not necessary. From the leaves. The leaves is a vegetable for stew and other things. You know, when we come to the
apart from vegetable as and stew and other thing, what else can the leaves be used for?
Oh, the leaves, of course, it is a herbal plant that can be used in herbal preparations and so on, but that I will not go there much.
Okay.
But basically, we are talking about food security and poverty reduction, and it is food. The leaf is food. All right, when we come to the stem, it is animal feed, and animals are meant for food. Then we go to the cassava itself. Cassava can be used for so many things. The gari itself, is it not what has kept students and all of us till now? Look at the time that we had COVID. Is it not gari that people went into and even the price became so high? So cassava is important. If you come to the cassava chips, it's exported. China and so on, they can have it. You can go to the net, it is there. If you talk about the flour, when you go to Europe, it's needed. Even Ghana, the pharmaceuticals use them.
But Ghana, it's just kokonte.
We know it as kokonte, but it's cassava flour, which is a pharmaceutical product. You know.
But are you sure our pharmacists, they're interested in what we produce in Ghana? Because maybe perhaps the quality might not be there.
Yes, that is where we are coming to. That is where African Center for Poverty Alleviation comes in. It means that the cassava is useful. Only the way the value chain preparations is necessary. How to market it. What type do they need? There is a gap between the knowledge of what is needed in the market and then what the farmers are doing. And therefore, the farmers will produce and they get rotten. Meanwhile, cassava is a precious product which is consumed all over the world, and it's not even enough. You understand? The starch is used for many preparations in the pharmaceutical industry. You understand? So why is it that
you say it's not enough? I'm not catching you.
All
but
right.
In Ghana here, we see cassava produce.
Exactly.
And it goes waste.
Exactly.
So we are not able to consume what we produce.
Exactly. The problem is that the professionals on the value chain have not done enough to help the rural poor. The rural poor doesn't know the market. Sometimes they even produce, they get to the market centers, the market queens come to buy it at any price they want to buy, because if they are not bought, they will get rotten and